Okay, lots of people have been asking me how I cured my parosmia so suddenly. So a lot of people don't know what parosmia is, or they're suffering with parosmia. They have no idea what it is. Doctors don't know what it is. So I'm hoping that this video might help people suffering with parosmia or suffering with long COVID. So at the end of July, I got COVID, lost my taste and smell. I wasn't even that sick. I was sick for like 4 days and then I was better. It wasn't that big of a deal. My taste and smell came back a week later. I was eating, drinking just fine. Then at the end of September, so 2 months later, I woke up and everything smelled awful, gut-wrenchingly awful, putrid, the worst smell you have ever smelled in your entire life, and it never went away. So obviously, I'm trying to eat literally anything. The only foods that I could eat up until today that didn't smell like quite seriously rotting flesh was raw fruits, raw vegetables, and some juices. Even water had like a stench to it. So quite literally, I'm panicking. I even go to the ER. The ER wouldn't see me. They said, "You have COVID." And I said, "No, you don't understand." I tried to go to the doctor. They wouldn't see me in person. I'm like, "You need to look in my nose to see what's going on." They wouldn't. So no doctor knew what was going on. They said, "You just have a sinus infection." I didn't. They said I was pregnant. Definitely not pregnant. So I had to figure all this out on my own. So I find this Facebook group. In this Facebook group, there are over 50,000 people suffering with parosmia. So this Facebook group became my safe heaven. People would post what they could eat. I would try it. Most things I actually couldn't eat. I had a very severe case of parosmia. But there was all of these things everyone was trying. Everyone went to different doctors. Doctors suggested different things. We would all try it. Nothing worked. When I tell you we tried everything, every single day I would take 6 to 8 different vitamins. I had to eat all foods with a nose plug on my nose while I was eating. Very embarrassing. I even got this little tool here, which is kind of dumb, but it's a red light you stick in your nose, and it was supposed to help. Definitely didn't help. Nasal rinses, you name it. I tried absolutely everything. So one day someone posted that they went to this doctor, actually coincidentally in College Station, and he gave them this injection called the stellate ganglion block. And what it is it's an injection in the side of your neck into the stellate ganglion group of nerves. I'm not a doctor, I'm going to explain this the best I can. Basically what it does is it kind of pauses this loop. So the stellate ganglion group of nerves is responsible for your fight or flight mode. And the idea is that COVID has basically interrupted your fight or flight mode, and people with long COVID are in like a perpetual state of fight. So the idea is if you stop that fight or flight mode cycle from recurring, you can cure long COVID. So people have gotten all these MRIs on their brains. They can't figure out what's wrong or how parosmia actually starts. So it's all just theories at this point. Parosmia is not a new thing, but usually it only happens to people going through chemotherapy or people who have been in like severe car accidents and have suffered severe brain trauma. So it's as it relates to COVID, it's kind of new. So I made my appointment. At first, I was really worried. I thought this is like a snake oil. I didn't believe it. I was real skeptical. I saw a couple people post their stories in this Facebook group, and it worked. It worked for them. So I was like, you know what? I'll do anything at this point. If I'm going to stick a red light in my nostrils, I'm going to go ahead and try this random shot thing. So I got there this morning. I was the very first person there. So immediately the nurses were like, "We're so excited for you. Literally, as soon as you get the shot, you are going to be able to smell." They were like, people just start bawling out, crying. It's very emotional because everyone who suffers with parosmia has been smelling dead people for months. So it's very, very, very exciting. So I go in. The doctor is amazing. He's very, very kind, and he explains everything to me, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. So he just numbs the area, gives you the shot. I didn't feel anything. I'm a pretty small person. It didn't hurt at all. And literally immediately he hands me a peanut butter cup and I eat it and it tastes like peanut butter cups. Chocolate and peanut butter is one of the worst triggers for parosmia. It tastes like, smells like just awful, but I could smell and so at this point, I'm really, really overwhelmed with emotions. Blake comes in. I had brought garlic powder and onion powder with me because those are two things that are just absolutely awful. I could smell the garlic and onion powder. That was very exciting. So I leave on there for like maybe 30 minutes. It's very, very quick. We go to Lupe Tortilla and I get a taco and I eat the entire plate, refried beans and all, without my nose plug. One question I've been getting is, does it taste completely normal? No, there is still a slight faint of that stench in the aftertaste, but I can eat it. It's fine. It's doable. Prior to this shot, I could not even walk into a restaurant without wanting to vomit. We walk out. I am just laughing, giggling my butt off because I was just overwhelmed. It was crazy. We walked outside. I immediately smelled grass for the first time. That didn't just smell like awful. I give Blake a hug and I smell and I just start crying because it was the first time that honestly Blake didn't smell kind of bad to me in 6 months. So it was really, really amazing. I would definitely recommend. You can only get one side at a time. So in 2 weeks, I will go back and I will get my other side. So hopefully it will fix it completely after the second shot. One thing to know is that the shot is not covered by insurance because it's usually not used for parosmia. It's actually used mainly to treat PTSD and war veterans. So the shot is very safe. It's been around for over 50 years, I think almost 100 years. It has a bunch of different uses. The only side effects is right after you get the shot, your eye will droop, but that just means that it worked and it was put into the correct space, and then it goes away very, very quickly. So absolutely very safe, no side effects. I felt fine all day. I took a nap. I'm good. So I would definitely recommend you get this. One thing that's also really awesome is that it can help a lot of other long COVID symptoms. So I have experienced brain fog, fatigue. Obviously, brain fog is something that's really hard to measure, but I really think that my brain is more clear since I got the shot. I can say more on that tomorrow when I go to work and see if that's true. But it can help a lot of other things other than just parosmia. The only downside is that this shot has been used to cure parosmia only for about 5 months. The doctor I went to is kind of the person who started using the shot for parosmia, so we don't know how long it will actually last. But people who've gotten it 4 or 5 months ago are still good. So hopefully it lasts for forever and we're good to go. It should. And yeah, so I definitely recommend you should get it. If you have any questions, I will definitely answer. I'll respond. This is awful. If you're going through it, I'm here for you. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions about it. Also, if you have been vaccinated, that does not mean that you cannot get parosmia. So even if you get a slight hint of COVID, even after you're vaccinated, you can still develop parosmia. There are tons of people who have parosmia even though they were vaccinated.